Bahrain has a firm base and foundation for the advancement of youth, their ideas and creativity under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, who always emphasizes the importance of supporting the Bahraini youth towards innovation.
ومن منطلق إيماننا بأن أبناءنا وبناتنا من الشباب البحريني المنجز والطموح مصدر ثرائنا ورهاننا المضمون للمستقبل الواعد، فقد جعلنا مسألة تمكين الشباب أولوية وطنية لتحفيز مشاركتهم الفعالة كقوة عمل وبناء تساهم في التطوير الإيجابي لنهضتنا الوطنية وفق أهداف التنمية المستدامة بمسؤولية وتكافؤ حقيقي.
Thanks to this wise leadership, the Bahraini youth continues to challenge and overcome difficulties and sail through the sky of creativity and reach the highest stages of innovation and creativity. Therefore, in this show, The Inventor, we focus on supporting local inventions and innovations in cooperation with various schools, universities, and youth centers to shed light and support the talents and great skills of the people of Bahrain. Bahrainis develop an ultraviolet disinfecting robot that sanitizes public spaces and businesses amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
Currently, there's over 1,200 Fab Labs around the world, including us. We're the only active Fab Lab in Bahrain. So Fab Labs are basically a place where people can come in to innovate and create using some tools that are available within the lab. Tools such as 3D printers, laser cutters, CNC machines. And not only is it about the machines, it's about being a part of this global network and also a part of a local network of the people that show up at the Fab Lab of a similar mindset, of a similar mentality. So we are currently based here in the Youth Innovation Center, which is a part of the way that the Ministry of Youth is supporting us currently. We've had a lot of collaboration and support from the Ministry of Youth and Sport, including this. We've worked with them before on multiple different projects and collaborations. We're just really happy to be a part of this and be in this kind of place, because it really does add a lot to have the machines available to be able to prototype immediately. So basically, being here, we've had a lot of really different ideas of what we wanted to do. This was one of the things that we ended up thinking of and decided to do. We created this UV robot that can be used to disinfect different surfaces. We want this to be kind of a challenge to our patrons, people, members of this place and employees. So we challenged them to do this within 1 week, and they did deliver. They created it in 1 week.
The Made in Bahrain UV robot is the brainchild of Fab Lab Bahrain in a bid to help businesses ensure public health and safety amid the spread of the coronavirus.
So with my experience, I was available here to work with the Fab Lab team, and we formed a team of 4 people. Actually, in this COVID-19 pandemic, most of the world started making masks and making artworks on the masks and other stuff, and they also did 3D printing some masks and face shields. As a Fab Lab, we are here doing technological impact. So we wanted to tackle the same pandemic or the same issue with a technological touch. instead of just making masks simply, or making face shields and other parts like the rest of the world, we decided to build a robot that can zap the COVID-19 virus because it's an airborne virus. And while we have a robot with UV light that sanitizes and purifies the area from any neighboring bacteria and viruses, so we decided that we will make a robot with UV lights which has an autonomous feature that can go around by itself, and whenever it needs a human interaction to overtake control, we do have that with a joystick just to move the robot safely from one area to another area. As a team leader, we sat one day and then we were deciding to build a robot. And then first of all, the team leader is responsible to know the resources that he has. Also, what kind of people are around him, because you might have a good technician, but he ends up doing it very late. So we were well collaborated. The rest of the team were very into the project, and we spent days and nights working continuously. So what happened is that we had our machines, which are laser cutters, CNC machines, and other needed parts of electronics equipment. And me as a team leader also put everyone to his knowledge, because part of achieving the thing in a very short period of time is knowing who can do what in the shortest period of time.
The idea behind the invention came from us first looking through Bahrain's Vision 2030, and we ended up seeing how Bahrain is trying to move away from the environmental and economical dependency of fossil fuels, and it trying to find other means in order to strive when it comes to economical sustainability.
Our project has mechanical and electrical engineering elements. From the mechanical engineering side, we went through design and simulation of our turbine to produce an elegant, simple and ergonomic design. We also introduced new elements such as the shield, a simple yet effective idea that greatly enhanced the efficiency of the turbine.
So us looking through the Sustainable Development Goals, looking at affordable and clean energy and climate action, we came to the conclusion that we wanted to work on something related to renewable energy. So us coming together, mechanical engineering field as well as the electronics field, we came up with the idea of creating a smart, flexible and environmentally friendly vertical axis wind turbine.
Bahrainis invent COVID-fighting robots that are deployed in isolation wards to help frontline health workers deal with ongoing pandemic.
Hi, I'm Omar Ahmed El Dansouri, and I'm a CSC student in the University of Bahrain. In AB Robots company, we've made more than 4 robots to reduce dealing with patients when it comes to medical stuff in Bahrain and in the hospitals. During coronavirus epidemic, it became too hard to communicate with people and with each other. So we have created a robot that can examine your body temperature, and it shows it here in this display. Also, this robot helps the medical staff to communicate with the patients, as it displays a picture, okay, about the patients from this camera. Also, in this robot, we can serve the medicines and food to the patients. Also, this robot contains a sonar, and so we can discover the things around this robot and avoiding hit anything in his way. And now this is another robot And in this robot, we added the ability to spray the sanitizers to clean up the field around the robot. So as you see right now, when I turn it on, it can spray the sanitizer everywhere. Okay. In this robot, we made it specified for a function which is cleaning up the field around the robot with the UV lights. Right now, UV lights is, it is dangerous for humans, and we need special place to use it right now, so we won't use it. But overall, it helps us dealing with the coronavirus with a better way. During developing these robots, actually we've faced a lot of challenges, and we've passed them, alhamdulillah. So the first one was that we didn't find a local materials for these robots, and we overcame this by exporting the materials from out of Bahrain. And number two, we have cooperated in this project with a lot of engineers actually, and as we trainers, we didn't have the knowledge, and with the help of Dr. Hani, actually have passed these problems. We learned a lot of things from him, and we have made this with him. We can relate to this when it comes to coronavirus. I think it is environmentally friendly because you're protecting people and you're protecting the environment. Especially, coronavirus can spread with touching surfaces, a lot of surfaces actually. So with a function like spraying the sanitizers, we can clean up the environment from this. Actually, we're thinking about the shape itself. We can develop it, so it is not like constant robot, so you can move it. So this is number one. Number two, we're trying to add more functions to these robots, but right now this point is under discussion, so we won't tell about them, but when we finish it, we will say them. Actually, programming and making a robot is a very fun process. It is not critical and easy, so you can find it as a hobby, you can find it as a work, and you can make benefits and money from it. But actually, make it like you're benefiting the humanity, okay? So make it your goal and your target, and believe me, you will success in this field.
Shayma Almir, a Bahraini girl who was able to win the title of Bahraini Technology Pioneer despite her young age.
My name is Shayma Almir. I've recently graduated from Bahrain Polytechnic from the major of Information Communication Technology, and I recently work at the National Space Science Agency. When I first started with BISP, I was here for an internship from the university, and I had the privilege of working on a robotics project. The project that I have developed basically acts as a customer service where it answers to customers' inquiries about the bank rather than waiting for a long queue and then getting an answer from an employee.
My name is Sandid, a smart and lovely robot.
I believe that people can benefit from the robot because if you have a look into into other countries, you'll notice that people actually use robotics in airports, in schools, in insurance companies, and even in hospitals. After this robot, I'm willing to look into the more advanced robots and try to program them and learn how they're being built, so I can even produce more robotics in different fields in Bahrain.
Advanced programming launched in an innovative way to directly serve the community, through which Shayma was able to compete with the world's youth and raise the flag of the Kingdom of Bahrain.
My name is Mohammed Yusuf Saif. I am a graduate from AMA University as a mechatronics engineer. I graduate this semester. So my project was a graduation project. I made a prosthetic arm for my friend, which was made fully from plastic or 3D printed material. Who would benefit from this invention is the people who got their limb lost in an accident or born with a defect, which is specifically the upper limbs right now. As you can see from this invention, you can shift the design from the left hand or the right hand. Other than that, the whole thing is simple as that. The only thing that would change is the palm itself. So I started working on this project when I saw my friend who lost his hand in motorbike accident. So I wanted to help him. So the design is made from 3D plastic or 3D filament, and inside the microcontroller is simple Arduino that you can buy it everywhere. The sensor will be attached to the muscle of the person that would use it. And through the controlling of the muscle, the hand will contract or release.
Our system, SIMA-Safe system, is a rescue system. It consists about mechanical parts and IT parts. All community will benefit about this system because it consists about rescue system. That system, SIMA-Safe system, we call it rescue system, that we will put it in the pools. When any human, anyone about the droning, there is heat sensors around the corner of the swimming pool. If it will sense and if it will detect any human, it will about droning, direct the net, it will be rise up to the top of the swimming pool. Second things, we apply mobile application to control the system. While nobody there inside the pool, we can apply the system with mobile application, and we control it by mobile application by pressing the start button. Direct the net will be rise up on the top. We also participate in program, Invention program, and we won the top of 5 in the program. After that, we go to Kuwait for Invention Fair. We awarded by Kuwait with a gold medal, and Korea also after that.
My project is Spirometer. Spirometer is a clinical device that used to measure the lung functionalities, for example, to measure the lung volume and the flow rate of the exhaled air and inhaled air. So I have created this spirometer for people who suffer from lung diseases such as asthma and COPD. and it can be also used to monitor the health status of people after taking series of medication or after surgery. So spirometer usually is a high cost and it's only in hospital. So this is the LCD screen that is connected to the app. Here is the charging for the USB micro charging, as we can see here in the box as well. This is the PCB that I have worked on and soldered. We have the RTC for measuring the time and the date, and the Bluetooth module that is connected to the app. And this circuit is for the buzzer and LEDs. We have here also the SD card reader for taking the values and the result. Using a switch, we can operate the device. It will show a spirometer project in a screen. User should enter the CPR and age. If you enter invalid CPR, it will give you alarm that you should re-enter your correct CPR. So let's enter now a correct CPR. Then we click enter to enter the age. Also, it should be a correct age. Then enter. It will show you the date and the time when you have taken this test. If you confirm the date and time, you just click yes. If you want to reset the date and time, you click no. So now we will click yes. If we select any of the tests, it will give you instructions how to do the test exactly. Here it says you have to breathe rapidly for 15 seconds. And then the waveform of the exhaled and inhaled period will show in the mobile app as well. So we will click start and we will blow here. Then after we finish, we can see that the value is appear in the screen, and it asks the user, do you want to save the values or not? If we click yes, data saved, and the data now are saved in the SD card, and we can take it to the healthcare provider to see the results and analyze it. Do you want to perform any other test? If we click yes, the process will go again, and if we click no, we will just turn off the device. For example, if we want to perform any other test, we click yes, and it's go to the list again. If we click on the number 1, it shows again how we can conduct this test. Here it says take a deep breath, then exhale as much as you can and as fast as you can. If we are ready to perform this test, we just click start and it gives the countdown. So in this project, I decided to utilize my skills that I learned in digital fabrication. For example, I have designed the box, the case of the device, and cut it using laser cutting machine. The tube has been designed using Fusion, a 3D software, and I have printed using a 3D printer. Even the circuit inside the PCB, I have worked on the design of it, and also cut it using the milling machine. So my idea was to give individuals a portable spirometer that is low in cost for them to monitor their health status at home instead of going to the hospital, because spirometer is only in hospital and it's high cost.
Through her invention, Zahra was able to combine both science and technology to come up with a device that we are proud of as Bahrainis.
My name is Majid Hassan. My invention is a mobile power box. Here's the main switch. Here's the switch home charge system. Here's the some ports, lighter port, USB port. This is a solar connect. Here's the electric socket, the switch electric socket. Here's the solar regulator, LED 10 watt. Here's the car battery charge.
The box is designed to move easily and its battery can survive up to 4 hours, which makes it the ideal solution for trips.